The second main event, a one fall with a 10-minute time limit. Introducing from New Orleans, Louisiana, weighing 245 pounds, Mike Boyer. And from Reno, Nevada, weighing 250 pounds, Dick the Bruiser. Referee Johnny Ramirez.
Dick the Bruiser squares off with Mike Boyer. Side headlock by Boyer on Dick the Bruiser. And I would suggest if you have a party, don't invite Dick the Bruiser, Dick Murdoch. In fact, don't invite Dick Murdoch. You had trouble. I had the police there before half an hour is up.
If you need a headache ball, he's the one to hire, I'll tell you that.
Well, he's on top of the world right now, and you know, the simple fact is, as he said it, he's the Missouri State champion. However he got it, whatever fluke it was that gave it to him, he is the Missouri State champion. It's like the Pittsburgh Steelers are the Super Bowl champions, and the Yankees won the World Series. Whatever may have happened with an umpire and an official, whatever flukes of lady luck were involved, he's the Missouri State champion, Dick Murdoch. He's a man on a spot, I'll guarantee you that.
And a man of very few words.
Dick the Bruiser with a nerve clamp on Mike Boyer, digging in. Boyer forced his knees by the pressure applied from Dick the Bruiser. The Bruiser drives the knee into the back of Boyer. And once again, digs in on the neck of Boyer. The Bruiser, who's probably been suspended more times in more places than any other wrestler in history. We've seen Dick Murdoch in some brawls. Let me tell you, Dick the Bruiser's been in a few himself. He wrote the book.
He's no altar boy.
Boyer, his head driven into the top turnbuckle, and the Bruiser. The forearm smash. Boyer fights back. Mike Boyer pounds on the Bruiser, tries to pull the Bruiser out of the corner, can't do it, then tries to throw the Bruiser into the turnbuckle. The Bruiser, with tremendous power in his neck and shoulders, just won't go. Boyer does. There's a man in Dick the Bruiser, another one of these tremendously powerful wrestlers. The Bruiser can bench press over 500 pounds also. I say also, I'm thinking in terms of, say, King Kong Brody, who's done a 540-pound bench press. And that is probably why Mike Boyer's down on his knees right now as he tests strength against Dick the Bruiser. The Bruiser looking right in Boyer's eyes, and how do you like it? Rub a little salt into the wound.
I wonder what he charged to haunt a house.
Murdoch, the Bruiser.
The Bruiser. Oh, my God, just right down the man's throat.
Mick, he doesn't haunt him, he wrecks him.
Oh, you better believe it.
And right now, he'd probably like nothing better than to wreck Dick Murdoch. Pat O'Connor, I'm sure, was happy when Dick the Bruiser came to his aid in one reason, for the fact that O'Connor was bleeding and hurt. On the other hand, I'm sure he was sorry to see the Bruiser come in because it did cost O'Connor the match by disqualification. But Pat has been around. He understands the Bruiser. He understands what furies are burning right now in him, boy, what temper is frayed right there, and he can understand why the Bruiser did what he did. The Bruiser's not going to need much of an excuse to come after Murdoch at any time, believe me.
Sure, he's right on his trail. He just follows him around.
And Murdoch did the same thing to the Bruiser for a couple months. The Bruiser pitches Mike Boyer through the ropes and out of the ring. Right down there, says the Bruiser, as he goes out after Mike Boyer. The Bruiser slams Boyer into the steps leading up to the ring. Then the Bruiser lines up Boyer and slams him head first into the steel ring post. And then the Bruiser eyes our press table. And Boyer up over the table into the chairs. And there goes the table as Dick the Bruiser rearranges the KPLR TV studio. The Bruiser strangling Boyer and pours ice water over his face, knocking Boyer up against the canvas wall. The Bruiser grabs Boyer and slams Boyer into the ring post. Boyer pulled over the steps by the Bruiser. The Bruiser battering Mike Boyer. The Bruiser pitches Boyer through the ropes and into the ring. Boyer battered, stunned. I don't think he knows what town he's in, but I'll bet you he knows who he's wrestling. It's Dick the Bruiser, the most dangerous wrestler alive. The Bruiser battering Boyer. Now the Bruiser mounts the ropes. The crowd screams and delight, and the Bruiser with the atomic drop. And the Bruiser has a victory over Mike Bruiser, with his atomic drop, polishes off Mike Boyer after destroying Boyer outside the ring. Dick Murdoch, you better beware. I think that man's looking for you. Here's Mickey.
Don't hurt me. In 4 minutes and 40 seconds to win the bout, Dick the Bruiser.